start PWR action here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Jimi The Hippy, peace and love as always, right?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, thank you for joining us. Tell us, how long have you been into business, my man?
I guess 12 years. I guess since 2006, September 16th of 2006.
What is
first match?
What has been the biggest changes since then in the pro wrestling business?
Oh man, when I first got in, especially if you traveled down south and traveled to a lot of different states, it was just a bunch of old fat guys. There wasn't many young cruiserweights or anything like that, like what I was doing. Not where I was wrestling, anyways. So I had a lot of that to deal with, but at the same time, I kind of stood out at the same time. So it had its pros and cons.
If you had to mention like the guy that brought you in as a wrestling fan and made you want to do this, who would that be?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh wow!
Absolutely.
That's a whole man.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. WrestleMania 3's got to stick in your head.
WrestleMania 3, anything with him and Flair. I mean, any of it. Even when he came back and breated the fire, still, as a kid, it was great. It's still great.
The event All In just happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had a chance to watch it or whatnot, but just the sense of what it's done for the business. How much of a shot in the arm do you think that gave it?
I think it's a huge shot in the arm, and I think it happened at the exact right time. I mean, independent wrestling right now with NXT and Evolve and all these things is really starting to catch wind and take off. It's I know a lot of the fans here tonight are talking more about independent wrestling and All In and New Japan and stuff like that. So I think it was the right guys at the right time. I think it's perfect. I think it's the same group of guys that are kind of moving on now to the Jericho cruise, and they're going to kind of keep that ball rolling.
Yep, absolutely. How much do you think has social media been a game changer in the pro wrestling business?
Huge. When I first got in, MySpace was barely a thing. Yeah. So it was still send tapes, send DVDs. You got to call people. You got to know people. Email. Things like that. Now with Facebook and Twitter and everything, these young wrestlers, they got it easy, man. We had to go out there and track it down.
Okay, now are you a big video game guy?
I am a video game guy.
Okay, now the ultimate question: have you ever made yourself in one of the pro wrestling video games?
It's as weird as it is. I haven't. Once I became a wrestler, when I was a kid, we always used to create ourselves and stuff. Me and my brother were huge. No Mercy.
Right.
WrestleMania 2000 guys. That was our stuff. But a lot of now, to be honest, you can get on and download. I can get on there and download myself. I know a couple of the wrestlers' kids have created me on video games. The amount of detail is insane. It's absolutely insane. But I still enjoy it. I actually play Fire Pro Wrestling World right now, actually. So
hey, I'm looking to get that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely looking to get that. Well, I know you got to get in the back.
I do.
Stuff like that. But thank you for your time.
Absolutely, man.
Jimi The Hippy, peace and love. Yeah.